Hello, welcome to Buy, Build, Sell by Opulentia Capital. This is a proven way for entrepreneurs to 10x their business and create significant and tangible value. So in this presentation, I'm going to share with you the benefits of working with us here at Opulentia Capital as your partner to scale your business. We'll cover who Opulentia Capital are and who I am, some tangible success stories, how the license works, the process that we follow, and who you are, the entrepreneur that we want to work with. And then finally, we'll talk you through the next steps. Let me quickly cover a summary of the benefits of working with Opulentia Capital in our license program, and then we'll deep dive into some of these as the presentation progresses. We're an experienced M&A operator, having transacted on over 100 deals where we can demonstrate significant business growth. This in turn has created many tangible value enhancements and wealth creation, and we can do the same for you. Buy, Build, Sell is a trademarked, proven way to significantly scale a business in relatively short timeframes. And as part of what we're offering here, you can access our 7-day free program to get a flavour for how you can do multi-million pound acquisitions to grow your business. So before I introduce you to Opulentia Capital, let me introduce myself. My name is Paul Seabridge. I'm a global entrepreneur. I've been involved in business, mergers and acquisitions in a career spanning over 20 years. My firm, Opulentia Capital, has completed over 100 acquisitions in 29 different industries, covering 11 different countries, which equates to $250 million in transactional value. I'm a best-selling author. You can read my book on Amazon, Buy, Build, Sell, which charters some of my career and some of the deals that we've done. So let's have a look at some of the success stories where we've worked with two partners here that have created both an 8- and 9-figure business in under 3 years. The first example is Aquila Food Group. Aquila made its first acquisition into the food industry by acquiring a fresh produce business in March 2021. We've then gone on to make a tactical acquisition of acquiring a transport company, which improves our margins and gives us more control over our supply chain. This was further enhanced by another acquisition of a freight forwarding and logistics business. And then in 2023, we made an acquisition of another food company that has made cross-selling opportunities. So that business stood to over 100 million sterling in terms of revenue in less than 3 years. The next example to give you is Take Me Group. Take Me Group is the fastest growing private hire and taxi network in the UK. We were an investor in the group and worked with them over a 2-year period where they acquired 28 taxi companies around the UK in major towns and cities. And you can visit our website, opulentiacapital.com, and you can click on the testimonials page where you can actually watch videos with both of those partners. David Hunter is the CEO of Take Me Group. Mark Strachan is director and partner on the Aquila Food Group. And there are also many more testimonials of partners that we've worked with. So you can get a flavour and hear firsthand what it's been like to work with us and what they've been able to achieve by partnering with Opulentia Capital. So let me outline the opportunity. Growing a business organically, whilst it's all possible, is very, very tough. And whilst acquiring businesses isn't easy either, the success rates and growth is far more phenomenal. So SMEs are very high risk. Typically, only 1% make it to $1 million in revenue. Only 0.1% make it to 10 million in revenue. So starting a business and growing one, whilst fun, takes a lot of time, effort, and money. And even if you have got a fantastic business doing $1 million in revenue, doubling that through organic growth, whether it be through improved marketing or winning new clients or contracts, usually takes a lot of time and effort. So to go from 1 to 2 million or 2 million to 5 or even to 10 million usually takes many, many years. Now, you can achieve the same growth literally in an afternoon by acquiring a business. Acquiring a business could add double, maybe even triple revenues to an already tried and tested business. And the new acquisition will also come with new customers, new staff, new suppliers, maybe enhanced intellectual property. The opportunity globally is massive. Around 23% of businesses are owned by what I call the baby boomer generation, who have not got a clear or viable exit. Typically, their kids won't want to buy it because they'll see how hard the parents work in the business day to day and how it consumes probably every aspect of life. And if you're in the 1 to 50 million sort of revenue range, then typically you're not big enough for private equity. Usually they don't get out of bed for less than 100 million. So that really then gives an opportunity for people like me, like you, SME business owners who have got with the right partner, knowledge and ambition to go out and acquire these baby boomer generation businesses. SMEs typically sell for 2 to 3 times multiple of profit, whereas larger businesses sell for a 6 to 8 times, or even in some cases, double digits. And that's because they're less risky. Think about it. If you had a group of 10 diverse businesses, in one group, you've got 10 sets of customers, 10 sets of suppliers, 10 sets of staff. So even if 2 or 3 of those businesses had bad years next year, you've still got 7 or 8 others that are trading successfully. And this is why larger businesses typically sell for more, because they are less risky. So let's look at how it works. We'll provide you with an extensive training program and online resources. There is literally an A to Z, everything you need to know of how to undertake an acquisition. So it consists of training videos online, where we'll show you everything from start to finish, and we'll cover in a few slides time more detail on exactly what content we'll cover. But it enables you and your team to learn at a time suited to you. We'll then partner with you and guide you through the process from start to finish. So it's not just about acquiring your first business, but it's also about dealing with the post-acquisition integration and ultimately the eventual exit. We'll show you how to set up sourcing off-market opportunities. We'll work with you one-on-one through the execution phase. So once the deal is agreed, everything required to make it work, from due diligence, funding, business planning, forecasting, etc. And of course, the easy part is buying the business. The more difficult part is the post-acquisition integration and making sure you're successful. And we'll walk you through that process and be at your side for as long as you're involved in that business. So this is some of the content that we cover on the program. There are over 100 hours worth of training videos on every aspect of mergers and acquisitions that you need to know. And then we'll work with you one-on-one, coaching you through each one of these topics as we start going through the process. So it all starts with a strategy that we'll work with you on. What makes sense for you to acquire? Where will the business be based? What will its financial profile be? Will it be a tactical acquisition, or will it be more strategic? And by that, I mean it could be buying a competitor, so you're increasing market share, or it could be acquiring some specific intellectual property or something in your supply chain that makes sense, that would improve your margins or give you additional tactical scope to grow the business. We'll walk you through the sourcing. So where do you find off-market exclusive opportunities that are not for sale with business brokers? We are very adept at acquiring businesses directly. So we'll walk you through 13 different ways to source acquisition opportunities. It then starts with engaging with those opportunities. So normally we have an NDA that we put in place to enable confidential information to be shared. We then talk about the meetings that you'll have with these business owners. So what to say, how to conduct those meetings, objections that you're likely to get. We'll cover all of those. When you're ready to make your offer, we'll talk you through the deal structuring, financial analysis, how to look at the financial statements of a business and craft a deal and structure a deal that works. And then we'll talk you through how to make that financial proposal to the business owner so that they accept that offer. We then move to what we call a term sheet, or LOI, letter of intent, which basically maps out the agreement. So we'll walk you through all of that process. And then once the deal's agreed and signed, we'll walk you through the process between then and completion. So everything from due diligence, the legal process, how to get funding, how to put the funding together to a successful legal completion. And then we'll talk about post-acquisition integration. What are we going to do with the business, and how are we going to manage it moving forward? So who are we looking to work with? We're looking to work with successful entrepreneurs that have either owned or currently own a profitable business where you have ambitions to grow. And when we say ambitions, we're looking for people that want to 10x their business in a relatively short period of time, sub 3 years. So if you own a business with at least $1 million in revenue, and you'd like to turn that into a 10 million revenue company, or if you own a 5 million revenue company and want to turn it into 50 million, just like we did with Aquila, then you're the people that we're looking to partner with. You'll be operating or based in these countries: UK, USA, Europe, Australia, Singapore. These are countries that we are established in, have done many deals in, and we are looking to further our partner network in those locations. It says here that 2 add 2 equals 5. Well, sometimes 2 add 2 in mergers and acquisitions does equal 5, because when you start joining companies together, you can drive a whole host of benefits, whether it be economies of scale, buying power, cross-selling opportunities, improve people and career prospects for you and your staff, as well as general automated improvements to drive better efficiencies and sales and marketing. So you'll get full training and access to it within our online portal. You can see a picture of it here. It's all broken down into subsections, so you can find, training and resources on things like sourcing and separate topics like the legal process, for example. You'll have access to that for you and your team to go through all of that content. and it's literally the A to Z of mergers and acquisitions. We'll have regular review meetings with you to plan and to review, and as we hit each milestone through the acquisition process, we'll be working one-on-one with you to mentor and coach you. So to summarise the benefits once again, we are an experienced M&A operator. The reason we've been able to transact on over 100 plus deals is because we joint venture and work with great operators that bring the industry experience, we bring the M&A experience, and together coupled creates a winning solution to be able to 10x those businesses. This gives a significant business growth opportunity to create real tangible value enhancement using our trademarked buy, build, sell business model. If you're interested in our 7-day free training program, this will give you a flavour for the very basics of M&A and how this could potentially work for you. So in the 7-day training program, if you are interested in this, go to www.buybuildsell.net, enter your email address, and then every day for the next 7 days, you'll receive an email from me personally where we will cover all of these key topics. So initially we'll start with positioning and strategy. So how do you position yourself and how do you develop an acquisition strategy? We'll then move on to sourcing. So where do you find a deal? And as I've mentioned before, that's not through a business broker. We'll show you how to find off-market exclusive opportunities. We'll then move into how we agree a deal. So what you say when you first meet that seller and subsequent meetings and the process to follow. We'll walk you through making a proposal to buy. So what to say, how to make an offer, and how to make a proposal that gets closed. We'll cover off objection handling. So when they don't close, how we deal with those common objections. We'll walk you through the financial analysis. So you don't need to be an accountant, but we do need to make sure that we'll have a reasonable understanding of financial statements so that we can structure a deal and we know how to get it funded without using any of our own money. We'll then talk about agreeing the deal. So mapping that deal out in the term sheet or the letter of intent. And then once we've got to that point, the deal's agreed, we'll walk you through what happens in terms of getting it completed, funded, due diligence, legals, and then of course what happens once you own it. So if you're interested, go to www.buybuildsell.net, enter your email address, follow the 7-day training, take some action, and you'll be able to see how you can go on this acquisition journey to 10x your business. If you already have further questions, whether it be now or after you've conducted the 7-day training, you can email me or we can set up a call to answer any questions and talk in more detail about how we can work one-on-one with you to 10x your business. My email address is paul.seabridge@opulent